Great. Awesome. Hi, everybody. This is Francisco Torelli with the Illuminate Barcelona Podcast. And today we're so excited here. We want to get good content to you guys, especially in this beautiful city of Barcelona. And we believe it's one of the best cities in the world, honestly. And for some reason, some really cool people end up here. Somehow they come from all over the world and they come to Barcelona, and we want to introduce you to some of the leaders and some of the cool people that live in this city so you can get to know them personally and also what
Excited to be in your podcast and speak about anything that can help other people to motivate and yeah.
Awesome, man. We're so excited. Thank you so much for taking up your time. I know that we're in quarantine, but you guys are having classes and I'm sure
Yeah,
you're busy doing a lot of stuff. So thank you so much
yeah,
for being here.
we have classes but yeah, it's fun to do other stuff also to have time to do many stuff and yeah.
Awesome. Barcelona now.
Well, the thing is, I'm half French and half German because my mother is French and my father is German. But I lived in Barcelona for a very, very long time. I know I don't look like Spanish, but I've been living here for 20 years, 21 years, and I'm 22. So yeah,
Okay.
actually all my life here. We came with my parents here long ago, and yeah, I've been living here since then. And I don't know in the future actually.
You have no, is there any way that you would like to be, or Barcelona is good enough?
Actually, as you say, for me also, Barcelona is one of the best cities to live. It has like history, it has amazing people, it has good weather, and I don't know, a lot of conferences are here, and I don't know. For me,
Nice. So now you're studying chiropractic, right, at the Barcelona College of Chiropractic. How,
exactly.
how's it going for you?
Actually, for me, I didn't know chiropractic like 2 years ago, and yeah, I don't know how I came up to chiropractic that I started studying, which for me is a bit difficult uh, because of the expenses. Like it's very expensive to study chiropractic. But yeah, I ended up studying that, and I love it in BCC. It's amazing, and I've heard that in other schools it's not the same. So yeah, I think
Nice.
it's a good thing to study in Barcelona chiropractic.
Nice. So basically, you sing, you like to travel a lot. So how did you end up choosing chiropractic, and maybe how your life experiences led for you to say, okay, let me do this thing. Let me help people with chiropractic. What was the thing that triggered, you studying chiropractic?
Well, it's a long story, but yeah, the thing is, I traveled for 2 years after school, after high school. I finished high school with 17, and I left 2 years for traveling. And I first started in New Zealand. I was there working, and you know, when you travel alone, you meet so many people that you get to know, like I don't know, a lot of professions, a lot of type of people, a lot of like mindsets. And so I got like my mind open, and I thought like, okay, this life is really cool, like to travel, to work. And in New Zealand, you get to work and you earn as an architect here in Spain. You know, it's
Yeah.
like and I realized money is like it's just money. It's not that important. Of course, you need the basics, but yeah, I I just realized that I want to do something else than traveling, like to help people, because I traveled to India and Philippines and these kind of countries that are very talked with them, and they told me what they do and how that works. And I ended up actually here in Sitges. There is a chiropractor. It's called Patrick Chausson, and he's very good. And he's a friend of mine. And then he convinced me to study in Barcelona, because I actually also wanted to study abroad when I decided to study chiropractic. But then he convinced me to study in Barcelona, and I stayed here, and I'm very happy to do that.
That's awesome. So would you like to go maybe back to those countries that you went before, but after you graduate to maybe with a chiropractic table and get to adjust those people that at the beginning you were seeing, but maybe you couldn't do anything?
So my dream is exactly this. I want to keep traveling, because I was happy. I was really in a happy mood. But I want to travel with my knowledge of helping people, because I wanted to help people when I was traveling, but I could not, because I didn't have the tools for that. And now that I will be a chiropractor, for me that's like, I'm so happy for that, and that's my motivation actually. And maybe not the same countries. I want to go back to the same countries, but there are so many countries that, yeah,
That's awesome. That's awesome. And you told me about the Philippines and India. That's maybe one of the countries that you want to go back. But my question is, and for people who listen to the podcast to know, what's the country that is maybe not famous, or a place that is not that popular that you went to that blew your mind completely? Do you have any places to recommend to us? Like, go there, it's cheap, or it is just awesome and nobody knows about it?
There is so many countries, and every country is different. It's difficult to say, but I could say, in my opinion, in my top 3 list would be New Zealand, Philippines, because of what you just say. It's cheap and not so many tourists. Like Thailand, for example. Thailand is crazy of tourists, but Philippines is amazing. People are still pure, and it's not so much into tourism. And New Zealand, I love people. People are like the people that are most open, and they are so friendly. You can hitchhike there. I used to hitchhike. I used to sleep in the woods, no problem. It's really good country. Yeah, I loved Spain also, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I traveled one summer in Spain, and I was in love with Andalusia, for example, the south of Spain. For me, it has an amazing culture that, for example, in the States, they don't have that.
Yeah.
It's not the same, I think. It's there is history, there is a lot of culture, food.
That's true. So basically, you consider your home to be Barcelona, right? Because you moved here since when you were like 1 year old.
Exactly.
So what can you recommend now to people that come from outside of Barcelona? That there's so many people from outside of Barcelona, from outside of Spain, that are coming to live in Barcelona. What would you say is the key to success in Barcelona, or what are the really cool places that they should go, that they should do in Barcelona?
Well, first, the thing is, you have to take in account that if you come to visit, then you should know that in summer it's very, very, very crowded. It's very hot, and it's a cool place to be, because it's chill, and there is a lot of fun in the city. You can do whatever you want. But otherwise, I don't know what in Barcelona you can do. I don't know.
There's so many things to do, man.
Yeah. And it's also a lot of people from everywhere. So like in summer, I remember I used to meet a lot of Scandinavian people, because they all come to Spain, to Barcelona, and
seeking for some sun and just maybe escaping from the cold.
You don't really meet only Spanish people in Catalan, and you meet so many tourists. It's full of tourism.
Now, you also speak a lot of languages. Can you tell me which ones are, and how many, and what languages do you speak? Because I know there's a couple.
I speak 7 languages. It's because first, my mother is French, so that my father is German, I live here, so I speak Spanish and Catalan, which is the other language. Um, all my friends speak Catalan, so I speak it like perfectly. And then English because of traveling in English speaking countries, and just, yeah, also in university. Um, I speak Italian, which I also learned traveling, because there are so many Italians, and when I meet people, I just speak. And then I'm learning Russian now because when I was traveling, a lot of Russians travel also, and they don't speak English, some of them. So I just wanted to like be able to speak to them and
Connect.
connect. And because when you speak someone's language from some, like, if you meet someone from abroad and you speak their language, so like immediately the connection is super strong. I feel it. Like sometimes I just don't say I speak, for example, German, because I might look French or whatever, and the connection is a bit like distance. It's okay, but when I speak German, it's like suddenly it's como, un puente.
Yeah, yeah, it's a bridge. It's a stronger connection. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was my next question, because it's so cool. Sometimes when I travel, we travel. You can always connect with people in English or in Spanish. That's it. That's all the languages that I speak. Just a little bit of Italian, but not a lot. And um, and yeah, and that's such a huge drive to want to learn more languages. So because you can connect in a different level if you speak their languages. And I wanted to ask you, like, because when you speak another language, it's like a whole new world opens up, like new words that describe different things that maybe the other language doesn't have.
Yes.
So like how's that experience for you, learning so many languages? You can explain a situation, you can describe something in so many different languages and words, and how is it?
So at first it's not easy. For example, Russian. So I first wanted to learn actually Chinese, but Chinese it would have been too long to learn. But then I started with Russian, and I've been to Ukraine last summer, and they speak Russian. It's amazing. Like, if I know that if I went there as a tourist that doesn't know any word in Russian, it would have been a bit like, these typical tourists that go to a hotel but just stay in the hotel and go to the beach and that's it, which I don't really like. I like to know people from the country. So I don't know. I get more from that. And so I spoke the Russian that I knew, and I don't know. It was amazing. Like, people were so happy that I learned that, because nobody learns Russian or yeah. And then the thing is, when I traveled, the 2 years that I traveled a lot in hostels, and so there is a lot of international people from everywhere, and that helped me to make friends. That helped me to, I don't know, to just be with people that maybe I wouldn't have been able.
So maybe I was going to ask you, what's the key to learn a language fast, or if you have any recommendations, but maybe it's traveling, right? At least
Yes.
one of the
Yes,
best
for example,
ways to do it.
Italian, it's quite similar to Spanish, but I actually learned it properly when I went to Italy, because that's how you really learn when you don't really. But you have to travel, because I some friends of mine, for example, they go to England to learn English, but they go with friends of them, which is not the same, because they speak with the friends in Spanish, for example, and then yeah, they don't
Cool.
really learn properly. But if you are isolated from your own language, then it's the easiest way to learn. Yeah.
Nice. So I see that you have a very, I don't know, now it's called like hipster, or like bohemian kind of way, or like traveling, living with the stuff that we need, and then like enjoying life. And how did you get that from your parents, or it's something that you kind of like discover by yourself, or how's your
Mhm.
philosophy of living, and how chiropractic and traveling and all this stuff like kind of come together?
Well, I wasn't like that until 17, but the thing is, I didn't know what to study. I was like between medicine, biology. I didn't know chiropractic yet. Medicine, biology, blah blah. And then I spoke with my parents because I was still minor. And then I don't know, somehow I decided, but like my mother helped me to decide that, because she's a yoga teacher and she's very spiritual, so she's into that world also. So maybe that it comes from there. But then traveling, it's where I met also these kind of people, and I don't know. I changed. When I came back with 19, I was like a complete different person.
That's so. What would you recommend every like 17 years old little kid that has no idea what they want to do with their lives?
Yeah.
What?
My kids will do that for sure. Like, it's the best thing that happened in my life, and you really, after that, you enjoy life. You value life. You know what your goals are, or if not, then you just keep doing what you found that is for yourself good. Yeah, I actually met a lot of Germans. It's kind of famous there, that travel with 18, and they loved it. And you know what my friends told me when I left? When I left with 17, they were like, "No way you're leaving and you're not studying. You're losing time of your life. How are you doing that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do." And I came back, and some friends of mine, they stopped studying and did another thing. And I was like, "You just studied 2 years and did nothing, and I traveled 2 years."
Exactly.
So for sure, it's not losing time.
And for some reason, there's this conception that we graduate from high school and we have to have all the answers for the rest of our lives. You know, like,
Yeah,
even if you travel for like 5 years after you graduate, you're still going to be 23, super young. You can do so much stuff after. It's insane.
Yeah, that's the thing. I realized that age is it doesn't matter age. I was like, what if you start with, we have someone in our class, which for me it's like, it's an honor for me that I studied with someone like that. He's from Finland, and he is, I think, 60 or something like that, and he started at the same time studying chiropractic than me.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's like, he doesn't care about age. He just wants to study, and he wants to learn how to help people until he dies. But that's, for me, amazing. And yeah,
that is really cool. And do you have any other recommendations maybe now for quarantine time? Any quarantine tip for for people to be doing in their houses and maybe not being, freaked out by what's going on, and how to stay focused? Or,
well, the first important is, I tell all my friends that it's super important to move. Like, even if you have a 5 square meter apartment, just walk around. I don't know, but you have to move and maybe do yoga. That's what I like to do. And then don't watch Netflix like 12 hours a day. I know it's cool and to chill. I do that also, but not so long, because I want to, like, every day counts, and I want to do the best of the days. And for example, I study stuff that I want to study by myself. I play music. I know maybe you want to cook because you love to cook, then cook, and just enjoy and learn other stuff. And yeah, that's my tip.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I wanted to ask you music and singing. What do you do with that? You just do it for fun, or you have like you want to do something with music? Would you like to record an album, or kind of you have a vision with music, or it's just kind of like a hobby for you?
Yeah, I love music, and I play the guitar since I'm like 12, and I also gave classes, so I was also a teacher, and I love it. And actually, it was my dream since I was little to be a musician and to sing and to whatever. But yeah, I've been doing some stuff. I've done one song, and I've also been in contact with some guys from the United States. And yeah, I've been there. I've done 3 songs which didn't come out yet, but it's really cool. It's also another experience. It's like, that's what I like from all this different stuff. It's like I go to chiropractic and it's all like, I love it. I love it, and it's like pure. It's healthy and all this stuff. Then I go to music and it's more about mind like hippie and
Creativity and
creativity. Exactly. It's different kind of people, and very, very different.
so
And
yeah, basically chiropractic, like uh left brain analytical stuff, maybe learning sciences and stuff, and then you get to your house and you get to play music or talk to or
yeah,
collaborate with other artists and be on the right side of the brain doing creative stuff. And that's also super nice, man, to like balance your life and not be in one extreme or the other, and super.
it's very important, I think. And that's also a suggestion. How you say suggestion?
Yes, a suggestion. Yes.
To, if you love something and you really want to do this all your life, it's cool. But also try to like do a little bit of something else, so you don't get focused to one thing, and you can relax from that thing and think about something else. That's the thing I like about that, all these different worlds that I am.
That's awesome. And I was going to ask you, for me, this is super interesting. Recently Instagram pulled the likes number away from the, you can't see how many likes a picture got.
Really?
Yeah. So you can see it. If you post it, you can go and see it, but people can't. It says like liked by these and others, it doesn't say the number anymore.
I think in Spain it's still on, no?
Really? I don't know, man. I don't think so.
Really? Oh, well, I didn't know that.
They pulled them away, and I think that's so good. I super support that because I think we get super attached to numbers and followers and likes and everything, and maybe people that are awesome singing or they're awesome doing acting, and they're just so stressed out about like, oh my gosh, I don't know, people's not gonna like it, or they stop doing what they're doing, stop posting because they don't have many followers or stuff. And I think I like where Instagram is going, because it's telling us, hey man, you gotta still create content, and it doesn't matter if 2 people watches it. You're still doing what you love, and I think that's awesome. And I think people should not worry about what other people think, how many numbers, how many likes. They should play music, do whatever they want, and try to stimulate their brains and enjoy life doing that,
Actually, I didn't see that they put away the likes, but I hope it works. Like, I hope it's like that. I don't know if you know that I have like an Instagram account, and I actually work sometimes with it, and it's true, exactly what you just said. Like, I've been the last 3-4 years with this Instagram account, and it's a lot of pressure, which now I just relax, and I'm not really into it. But before, I was like posting every day. I had to post at 3 o'clock. I had to do photos with photographs. I had to travel. I had to blah, blah, blah. I had to do so many stuff, and it was like a work. Like, it's like, it's a very, you need a lot of time for that, and it stresses the social stress, I would say.
Yeah.
So also, sometimes you get some messages which I don't really care, like, but when you get like a few of them, it's a bit, it's tricky. But that's also something to work with it, and be able to resist.
That's awesome. And so how does your ideal maybe day in the future, like where would you like to wake up? What would you like to do? Like maybe maybe wake up and adjust a couple people on the beach, or what would be your ideal day in maybe like 5 years, once you graduate? Or it's going to be less than that, 2 years I think you have left, but
yeah, 2.5 years.
Where do you see yourself?
Wow. It's a thing. I don't know, because I like to follow the path, and depending on what I meet, what I see, what I feel, then I decide. I'm not really into planning. Same in
Okay.
travel. I
Okay.
like to. I try the beach and have kids and something like that.
I can see you, man, like surfing. There's a table on a chiropractic table on the beach, adjusting people, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah, that's really like I imagine that, and sometimes I dream with that. But
That's awesome.
I never know. Actually, maybe I'll end up in China because I met a Chinese girl. I don't know. You never know.
That's cool. So you,
I
you're
used to never to anything.
you're open. Do you have any? This is the final question.
Also to help people which want to do stuff and they don't know how, they are scared. A lot of people ask me like, how do you do that to travel alone in so many countries, in so young? And I understand that it's not so easy, and you have to have we say in Spanish cojones. um, but yeah,
It's a
mm,
tricky question, man. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's but I don't really meditate, or I don't because I'm very spontaneous. That's the thing. Like I never know what I will do. Like the next travel, the next step, the next music, the next song, the next I don't know, the next music piece I will sing. I like to live the present and don't think so far. Of course, sometimes it's important to think a bit
Nice.
for the future, but I like to take it spontaneous.
That's
And
awesome.
I learned that by traveling, because sometimes I was like, for example, I was in Singapore, I remember, and like one day before, I just booked a flight to Bali, and that's it. I just move from one place to the other when I'm tired of a place, and I go to another, and then that's how I did.
That's cool. And I think we are also trained in this world and this system to have everything planned out. And when plans change, people freak out.
Exactly.
They have no idea what to do. You know, they can't adapt. That's something we talk a lot about in chiropractic. Also, it's like
Yes.
your body's ability to adapt.
Yes.
You know, and if you're connected and functioning and balanced, then your body can adapt. Of course, traveling is just a little different because it's maybe like socially adapting, or
Yeah. Yeah.
but also it's related. You know.
Yeah, but yeah, also yourself, your yeah. Because for example, I was in Hawaii, and no, from Tokyo I went to Hawaii, and that's like one day less. So if it's tricky because it's like you go actually back in time.
You
It's
go.
one day, and the thing is, you have to adapt your sleep. How you say your sleep cycle. You have to adapt your food. How because you cannot say, oh, I don't like Asian soup, because in Asia you will only find Asian soup or rice. So I kind of adapted. Now I eat everything. I adapted, and that's a good thing. I think for people to stay healthy and healthy in mind also.
Also, do you think chiropractic helps you to for your body to be healthy and connected and adapt better to these situations? Like,
Yes, 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 yes. I mean, chiropractic helps in many ways. It helps posture. It helps in immune system. Your immune system gets better. Your brain activation. So of course, chiropractic for that, it's amazing, and you can do a lot of things. You can just improve lives that think, oh, I'm okay, but actually you can be better than that.
Better.
And
Yeah.
and for me, the most important, that's a cool thing, that to help people that are good, but to help people that are not able to walk because they have so much pain, and they only take drugs, or the only solution is surgery that is risky. And for me, that's like that me llena,
Yeah, it feels you. Yeah.
to be able to help with chiropractic with your hands. That's for me amazing.
It's incredible, and it's great because chiropractic can help absolutely everybody. Of course, people like all people that are having pain and maybe some conditions, up to like Victor, which is super young, super healthy, but he still gets checked and gets adjusted and gets his spine checked by a chiropractor because he wants to be at his 100% and functioning the best he can, so he can travel, be active, have all the energy when he wakes up. He was telling me right now that he's fasting. He's really conscious about his health, because if we lose that, then we can't do anything. And I think that we're realizing now, especially in quarantine and with everything that is going on with the coronavirus, that health is number one. Because we can have all these dreams, right? And all these amazing things that we want to do in life. But if we don't have health, then we have only one dream, which is to recover our health and be healthy again. So it's so important to stay healthy so you can, achieve your dreams, man.
Exactly. Yeah. Not to lose track of your dreams.
Yeah. So let us know when, I don't know, I want to listen to your new songs that you're working on. Just, do you have any idea when they're coming out or no?
No, and now with the coronavirus, it's been a bit tricky. It was gonna go out probably in summer, but I don't know now.
Well, whatever happens,
I'll tell you when it comes out.
Sounds good. All right, man. I don't know if there's anything else that you want to share that maybe you're having the tip of your tongue.
No.
You think it was good? It was awesome. Thank you so much for joining in and for using your time. And I hope people can get some good pieces of advice from this podcast. It was great having you, and thank you.
Thank you for doing this. It's cool that people can listen to different people, different minds, and yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome. You're welcome, and thank you especially for being here. All right, we will keep you guys updated. Let me give me a second. I'm stopping the live stream on Facebook. Good.